Joining me from Brooklyn, New York is Julianna Forlano. She's the host of Absurdity Today at absurditytoday.com, also a professor at Brooklyn College. Julianna, you were basically right in the middle of Hurricane Sandy in near some of the hardest hit areas. As you watched the media coverage of what was being reported initially during the hurricane and of course after the fact, what's missing from that narrative?
Well, I think some of the things that are missing from the narrative is basically that people are still in need. It seems to have abated. The immediacy has worn off. But I was just volunteering. Our neighborhood has a lot of places where you can go and volunteer. Occupy Sandy has set up a lot of places where you can go and volunteer time and also bring things. I mean, it's 30-something degrees outside, and people still don't have heat in their homes. They don't have electricity. They don't have water. They don't have some of these basic needs. And now that it's freezing, people are really, really, really still suffering. So I think it needs to be kept in the media spotlight. I mean, I was just basically putting together donated coats to take down to the elderly in Coney Island. And when we were putting those things together, word came in that there's this entire building of elderly people who they don't have medicine. They can't get their medications. Not only can they not get their medications, but they're not able to access things like Tylenol, Advil, feminine supplies, things like that are not readily available. So it's just a little bit of an odd situation because where I live, quote unquote, everything's fine. The stores are open, restaurants are open, stores that are selling things like wedding invitations are running. But not too far from here, people are suffering and going cold and hungry. So it's this weird dichotomy that I think needs to be, brought to light.
What's the situation as far as National Guard and police and first responders in those areas that are still, as you describe? I mean, is there a presence, or what recourse do people have? Is anyone picking up when you call 911? I mean, what are we looking at?
That's actually a really good question. I don't know because I haven't been on that end. I do know that FEMA has made their way to Red Hook, which is one of the hardest hit areas in Brooklyn. Little sad little Red Hook. And I know that they're giving out supplies and sandwiches, but as far as I know, it's not enough.
Has there been any problem with people looting or any of the types of things that can start to happen around these situations?
Well, yes. In Rockaway, there's been people posing as FEMA or other authorities going to people's houses saying, I need access to your home. We're going to check whatever it is. And then they come in and they take things. So people are afraid, especially some of the older people are, they're afraid to leave their homes for fear that they will be entered by some of these sort of not so, not so, I guess, unsavory characters. So in addition to not really having the resources they need to get back on their feet, there's also this sort of unsavory aspect going on.
Are there any ETAs as far as any of the things that still need to happen? I mean, is there a line of communication, or is it just kind of like we're going to get wherever we can as we can, and that's it? There's no plan.
Well, from the volunteer perspective, from the perspective of a community member helping, there's no end in sight in terms of how many days that these different groups are going to be bringing supplies where they're needed. Coney Island, the Rockaway, Staten Island is pretty hard hit still. Red Hook, those neighborhoods are just, I don't know. I mean, it's going to take a while for them to be rebuilt. I haven't heard any specifics. They keep saying, well, in the next couple days for Rockaway, we're going to have lights back on, but it doesn't necessarily feel that way when you're out there.
Yeah, and sometimes getting the ETAs is actually worse. A friend of mine in New Jersey said that she was given an ETA for getting her power back, except it's not until Thanksgiving, which is incredible. So,
that is a long time.
That's the longest I've heard. Yeah. So, did you lose power only briefly, or what? How did you get spared?
We were actually spared. I mean, we had flickering. So the lights were on the whole time. The heat has been on. We've had people coming from Howard Beach in Queens. We had group of family members come and stay with us. I mean, you're looking at the apartment right here. So we had stuffed in a bunch of people, then their lights came back on, and now we have people coming who are basically just, we love them. They're our coworkers. So we're reaching out beyond, and I think a lot of people are doing this, reaching out beyond their general circle of who they would normally help, your cousin, your friend, we have our coworkers are coming to stay with us tonight, and they were one block from the boardwalk that was ripped up in Far Rockaway, and so they really don't know when life is going to get back to normal. We're happy to have them, and it's been nice. I mean, neighbors are offering. There's really a sense of community, like there is, I would think, whenever any tragedy strikes. You never hear, oh, some tragedy strikes, and now people are all saying, oh, every man for themselves. Let's
Right.
let it trickle down. But you never hear that. No one goes toward, conservatism when there's, some sort of thing happening in your actual community.
Yeah, not even Chris Christie went towards conservatism, interestingly enough.
No.
We've been speaking with Julianna Forlano, host of Absurdity Today. Check out absurditytoday.com, also professor at Brooklyn College. Julianna, thanks for checking in with us.
Thanks, David.
All right, we'll take a break, be back with plenty more after this.